Thank you for calling New Life Spa. This is Nora. How can I help you?
Hi, how are you doing, Nora? I was wondering if I could book a facial.
Of course. I'll be happy to help with that. Are you a new client or have you been here before?
Oh, I've been there before. My name is Dorsa.
Perfect. I've pulled up your account. I have availability this Friday at 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. Which one works for you?
2 p.m. works.
Great. You're booked for Friday at 2 p.m. We'll see you then.
Thank you. Have a good day. That was an AI agent I built for a med spa, answering calls, handling questions about services and pricing, booking consultation 24 hours a day. No human receptionist, no missed calls after hours, no one sitting by the phone. And I built this in about 20 minutes with no code. This is called a voice agent, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to build one from scratch, step by step, using a tool called VAPI. Let me give you some context on why I think this is actually one of the most useful things you can build right now. Think about how a clinic operates. They get calls all day. People asking about services, pricing, what's the difference between filler and Botox, for example, or how to book a consultation. The same questions over and over all day long. And then after 6 p.m., nobody picks up. Someone calls to book a consultation, no answer. They Google another clinic and book there instead. That's a lost client, probably worth hundreds of dollars. A voice agent fixes that completely. It picks up every call, it answers the question, it books a consultation directly into their calendar, and it sends summary of every conversation. A year ago, building this required a developer, weeks of work, and a serious budget. Today, I'm going to show you how to do it yourself in one sitting for free. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm inside VAPI now. This is the main dashboard where you build and manage all your voice agents. You can see any agents you've already created listed here. From here, you can also manage your phone numbers, your call logs, and your billing. So we're going to click Create Assistant to build our assistant from scratch. This is the assistant setting panel. Before we start filling anything in, let me walk you through what everything here actually means, because understanding this before you build makes everything so much easier. We have the first message here. This is the very first thing the agent says when someone calls. Before they say a single word, this is what they hear. For the receptionist or for the agent that we're going to build today, this is important because it sets the tone for the whole call. And we're going to write this in a second. Here we have the system prompt. This is the brain of the agent. This is where you tell it who it is, how it should speak, what it should do, and what it should never do. Think of this like the employee handbook you give a new hire on their first day. We're going to use ChatGPT to write this for us. And then here we have the model, that's the LLM, the AI that's actually doing the thinking and generating the response. We'll cover this in detail as well. We have the voice, so this is what the agent is going to sound like. VAPI connects to multiple voice providers, and you get to pick from dozens of options. But for the purpose of our demo today, we're going to use VAPI's voice itself. We have the transcriber. This is what converts the caller's speech into text so the AI can understand it. VAPI handles this automatically. You just need to make sure it's set to the right language. And then we have tools. This is one of the most powerful features, and we're going to spend time on. Okay, now let's start building this agent. So for the first message, this is what someone hears the second the call connects. I want it to feel warm and professional immediately. So I'm going to type something like, "Thank you for calling New Life Spa. This is Nora. How can I help you today?" Simple, clean, and sets the right tone. Now for the system prompt, this is the most important part of the whole build. So instead of writing it from scratch, I'm going to show you something really useful. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write it for me. Okay, I'm opening ChatGPT. And I'm going to type in exactly what I need. Okay, so this is the general idea of what I want my agent to do. I'm going to send this right now. And there is our system prompt. ChatGPT wrote us a complete detailed instruction set for Nora in about 10 seconds. This is something I want you to pay attention to. We're using one AI tool to write the instruction for another AI tool. That's how you work efficiently with these systems. I'm copying this now, going back to VAPI and pasted it. Now, Nora has her instructions. Every single call she gets, she reads this and knows exactly how to behave, what to say, and what not to say. One thing I want to point out, notice that the prompt mentions tools and knowledge base. Right now, those don't exist yet. We're going to build them in the next step and connect them. Now for the model, this is the LLM, the large language model. That's actually doing the thinking behind every response. Think of it this way. The voice is what the agent sounds like. The LLM is how smart it is. It's the brain that reads the system prompt, understands what the caller said, decides what to do, and generate the right response. VAPI supports multiple models. You can see options from OpenAI, Anthropic, and others here. For this build, I'm going with GPT-4 Mini. Here's why. So it's fast, it's accurate, and for receptionist use case like this, it's more than capable enough. You don't need the most powerful model for booking appointments and answering FAQs. A heavier model would just be slower, more expensive, but again, it depends on the agent. The more tool, the more task, the more thinking the agent has to do, the stronger the model should be. So if you're building something more complex, like an agent that has to reason through complicated decisions or handle edge cases, you'd set up something like GPT-4 or Claude, but for this, GPT-4 Mini is the right call. Again, this is just for the purpose of the demo. And now for the voice, and honestly, this is one of the decisions people underestimate the most when building voice agents. The voice is the first impression. Before the agent says anything meaningful, the caller is already forming an opinion based on how it sounds. So if it sounds robotic, they disengage. But if it sounds natural and warm, they lean in. VAPI connects to multiple voice providers. You can see all the options here. And for me personally, I use 11 Labs a lot. But for this build, I'm going with the voice from VAPI itself. Okay, now one of the most important parts of any agent, I would say, is the knowledge base. So let me explain what the knowledge base exactly is and why you need it. Knowledge base is basically a document or set of documents that you give your agent to reference during calls. Without it, the agent can only answer questions based on what is in the system prompt, which works for basic flows, but the moment caller asks something specific, like for example, how much does this cost or what are your hours on Sundays, the agent has no idea what to say. With a knowledge base, the agent can look up the answer in real time and give accurate specific information. It's the difference between a receptionist who knows nothing about the business and the one who's been working there for years. Now, I want to be upfront about something. The knowledge base I'm about to show you is a simplified version I put together for this demo. In a real deployment, you'd want to be much more detailed and thorough. Every service you offer, exact pricing, policies, FAQs your clients usually ask. The more complete it is, the better your agent performs. But this is going to give you a clear picture of what to include and how to set it up. So here's the new life knowledge base. I have business hours, service, pricing, FAQs, and that's the foundation. It's simple but complete enough for the agent to answer the most common caller questions. Now we're going to upload this to VAPI. So first we need to add this as a file. Upload. Okay. VAPI processes a document and make it searchable for the agent. Now here's an important step. The agent doesn't automatically have access to this knowledge base. You have to give it to a tool. That's the knowledge base tool, and we're setting that up right now. Is what allows Nora to search the knowledge base during the call. When a caller asks about pricing or hours, Nora triggers this tool, it searches the document, finds the right information, and includes it in her response. Without this tool, the knowledge base just sits there doing nothing. So this is the connection that's going to actually make this knowledge base work for us. A tool is an action the agent can take during a call. Not just talking, actually doing something. Checking information, writing data, triggering a workflow, and all of that. For Nora, we need 3 tools. 1, the query for the knowledge base. 2 more, which is for booking our appointment. So I'm going to use Google Calendar for this. As you can see, VAPI already provides a built-in tool for Google Calendar. So all we need is a check availability and book appointment on Google Calendar so she can actually create the booking while the caller is still on the phone. I'm adding the first tool, check availability. So this tool connects VAPI to your Google Calendar. When a caller asks, for example, do you have anything available Friday afternoon? Nora triggers this tool, checks the calendar in real time so she can give an accurate answer. Now the second tool is book appointment. When the caller confirms a time, Nora triggers this tool and creates it even directly into the Google Calendar. So by the end of the call, the business owner opens their calendar and the booking is already there. They didn't touch anything, Nora handled it completely. Now, to attach these tools to our agent, we will go back to Assistant, click Tools, Add Tool, and then we will select all 3 tools that we added. And that's it. And now your agent has access to all the tools and he can use the tools during the calls. Okay, now the last piece is a phone number. Without this, Nora exists but has nothing to answer. So I'm going to the phone number section. VAPI gives you a free US number to get started. I'm grabbing one now and assigning it to Nora for the purpose of this demo. But if you need a number from a different country, say you're, for example, based in UK or Canada like me, you can connect the Twilio number instead. Twilio is a phone number provider where you can get a local number for just a couple dollars a month and import it straight into VAPI. But for today, the free US number is all we need. And done. So Nora now has a real phone number. The agent is live. Anyone who calls this number right now gets Nora. Okay, now moment of truth. I'm going to test the agent right here inside VAPI using the built-in test call feature. Okay, now you can see both sides of my screen. On the left, my Google Calendar, completely empty right now, no appointments. And on the right, the VAPI call transcript. So this shows exactly what's being said in real time as the call happens. Let's start the call now.
Thank you for calling New Life Spa. This is Nora. How can I help you today?
Hi, Nora. Can you help me book a facial, please?
Absolutely. Are you a new client or have you visited us before?
I'm a new client, but before we do that, how much does your classic facial cost?
Our classic facial is $85. It's a 60-minute treatment that includes cleansing, exfoliation, extractions, and a hydrating mask. Would you like to proceed with booking that?
Yes, please.
Great. May I have your full name and the best phone number to reach you?
My name is Dorsa, and the phone number is 222-352-2235.
Thank you, Dorsa. What day and time work best for your facial appointment?
I could do Thursday, June 4th, around afternoon.
We have availability on Thursday, June 4th in the afternoon, starting at 12 p.m. Do you have a preferred time between 12 and 6 p.m.?
I could do 1 p.m.
Perfect. You're booked for a classic facial on Thursday, June 4th at 1 p.m. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
That was all. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Wonderful. Thank you for calling New Life Spa. Have a great day.
And there it is. Look at the calendar on the left. The appointment just appeared. Nora booked it during the call. No human involved, no manual entry, nothing. It just happened by itself. And on the right, you can see the full transcript, every word said, every tool she used, the exact moment she checked the calendar, and the exact moment she created the booking. That's a complete functional voice agent, built in one sitting, no code. One last thing I want to show you, and this is something that makes VAPI really useful for actually running these agents in business. After every call, you get a complete log right here. You can see the full transcript, how long the call lasted, which tool the agent triggered, and when, and whether everything went smoothly or not. So this is how you get to improve your agent over time. You can review the real calls, spot where Nora could have handled something better, go back and update the system prompt or the knowledge base, save, and the next call is already going to be better. Okay, so you just heard that. And I want to sit on that for a second. Because what you just watched is an AI handling a call for a med spa, answering questions about treatment, pricing, availability exactly the way a real receptionist would. Okay, now let me tell you a few things that will make your agent actually good, not just functional. First, the system prompt is the most important part. The more specific you are about who the agent is, what it does, and how it should handle different situations, the better it performs. For example, don't just say you're a receptionist. Tell it the business name, the service, the pricing, the hours, or how to handle angry callers, or what to do if someone asks something it doesn't know. You can treat it like you're onboarding a real employee on their first day. Second, pick the right voice. VAPI has a lot of options. Spend some time testing a few before you commit. The voice is literally the first impression someone gets when they call. If it sounds robotic or weird, people will definitely hang up. Find one that sounds natural and matches the vibe of your business. Third, test it like a real customer would. Don't just ask the easy questions. Try to confuse it, ask something random, see how it handles it. That's how you find the gaps before it goes live. So, that's voice agents. We went from zero to a working AI that answers real phone calls. No code, no developer, no big budget. If you build this, I want you to put the number in the comments. Genuinely, I will call it. And if you have questions about anything we covered today, drop them below. I read every single one of them, and I'll definitely reply. Subscribe. See you next week.